Today I'm going to talk about how I get a good clear sound when I'm just starting on a head joint. We're going to work on making sure that our embouchure shape is right, and we're going to make sure that our placement is really good. So we're going to start with what I like to call the 3 Ps. We're going to get our placement, we're going to make sure that we've got the right amount of pressure, and then we need to make sure that we get a really good pucker with our lips. So let's start with placement. So let me move closer so that you can see my head joint, and I'm going to use that inner edge of the head joint, and that's what I'm going to feel against my lip. And I want to place that inner edge facing straight up. The hole is facing straight up. That edge is going to be against my face, and it's going to go on the bottom of my lip where that lip skin turns into chin skin. And now for some of us, it's going to be in a slightly different spot just because all of our faces are made a little bit differently. Don't worry if it ends up being in a slightly different spot eventually. It's not the end of your flute career, but this is where we're going to start off to see if we can find a good sound from there. So starting with our placement, I have this hole facing straight up. I get that edge nestled right below my bottom lip where the lip skin changes into chin skin. And we go into our second P here, and that's making sure that we have the right amount of pressure. So you don't want this to be loose on your face. You're going to press just a little bit until it kind of flattens your lip out. And you'll notice when your lip is kind of flat because first of all, you can sort of see it. But also when you try to talk, you're all of a sudden going to have a little bit of a lisp. And if you don't have that, then you probably don't have quite enough pressure. It's not going to be very hard, just enough to kind of flatten the lip out. And you'll feel that edge right there, but you're also going to feel this part of the lip plate against your bottom teeth. So you want the pressure with this edge, and you also want pressure with that lip plate. Just a little bit, but just enough so that you can sort of feel it there against your teeth. So just reminders, we've got this facing straight up. That inner edge goes on the bottom edge of my lip, and then I press just enough to flatten my lip and feel the lip plate against my teeth. So our third P is pucker. So the next thing is to make a poo shape with your lips. And you'll notice when you do that, this will get us into the right shape to make a sound. And you'll notice that poo, 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 it kind of presses the wet parts of your lips together, not the dry part, not this part that you would rub together if you were rubbing in chapstick, but that spitty part right behind that. Don't everybody do that behind your masks at school, but you'll be able to feel it. Poo, poo. So your lips also move kind of together and forward when you make a pucker sound, when you make that poo sound. So we're pressing the wet parts of our lips together, and we're pressing them together and forward. So placement, holes facing up, I feel that edge. I have a little bit of pressure that has flattened out my lip. And now I'm gonna blow through this while I make a poo shape with my lips. And I've grabbed my left hand on the crown of the flute over here, it's the screwing on part. And I've placed my right palm over the open edge, the open end of my head joint. So a couple things to watch out for if that's not the sound you're getting. Are you making an ooh sound? Are your lips going together and forward and not an E sound where your lips kind of draw backwards? This is the difference between that ooh and that E. So when I do that ooh, my lip kind of hangs over the edge of this open embouchure hole right here, and I can feel it really flat there. And I'll show you a little bit more closely. You can see my lip hanging over right there. Next thing you might want to check, are you blowing straight ahead? Are you going poo and not poo, or so you don't want to blow up your face like you're trying to blow hair out of your eyes. You don't want to blow down your chin like you're trying to, well, I don't know why you would be doing that. You want to blow straight ahead, poo. And then one last thing that you might need to watch for are my lips lined up with one another. So this kind of goes along with that straight ahead thing. With a poo, your lips kind of meet right there together. One's not in front of the other. So straight ahead. All right, let's go back over those three things. First of all, we need to get the position. So the lip plate, the embouchure hole is going to be facing straight up. I'm going to use the inner edge of that, place it against the bottom of my lower lip, right where the lip skin meets the chin skin. I'm going to get a little bit of pressure here. So it's going to flatten out my bottom lip. My bottom lip is hanging over the edge right here. It's hanging over this metal part, hanging over the edge there. A little bit of pressure against my teeth. And I'm going to make a poo sound. Try that. Look through that, go back through the list of those 3 Ps and see if you have all of those things set up to make sure that you have a good sound on your head joint.